Hi guys, how you doing? My name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope everybody has a great weekend this weekend. I hope you all had a lovely Friday night. My name is Crystal. I'm in my flat in Rochester. Inside the flat it is really warm, hot, sweaty, sticky. So I don't know what the humidity is like, but it's hot as in the humidity, but the sun isn't out today. We've got some light rain, so it's umbrella weather. So we've got some rain today. It's raining now, it's raining outside, but like I said, inside the flat it feels like a sauna. So I've got up this morning, and I got up normally, so everything's fine. Alexa went off at 7:20 and told me what the weather was like, and I just rested for an extra 10 minutes and then I got up, and I've just got everything ready, and later on I'm going to take Max out, and it's probably quite cool. I would imagine it's cooler outside, but we'll see. So I'm just going to go for a short walk later on and take Max out, but it is raining. So guys, last night, I don't know what's going on, but you know that I've actually tried to get hold of social services. I have, and I've tried to get some help and support, and yet again they're just not doing anything. They're not, at the moment, they just seem to not be doing a single thing. I've had to make sure that my mind is in the right place. They know that I suffer from anxiety and depression, and yet again they've left me over another weekend with what usually goes on, and have done absolutely nothing at all. So I have to be strong. I have to make sure that I cheer myself up, that I help myself, and my mum helped me. I would have been in a, well, I would have been okay because I've got food in the cupboard, but it would have been bland food, and it would have been a bit shitty. Thanks to my mum, I was able to go out yesterday and get some things. So that's my cat meowing. So I was able to get some things yesterday thanks to my mum. But it shouldn't have to be like that. I should be able to be left alone and cope by myself. But outside interference, they try and get money out of my bank account, so I'm left with nothing. I was conned last week and I felt stupid, but I was not myself. I was feeling a bit low and pissed off, and I took this call, and this guy has tried to con money out of me. Now, before they take a direct debit out, this could have happened easy to my mum. The way the tactics that were used to make me believe I'd won some money when I hadn't, it was a con. It's a con. So I've got to get onto my bank and cancel a direct debit I was conned into. And it's an American voice, a bloke called Clayton. So that's going to get cancelled as soon as I get my money, so it doesn't come out of my bank account, because that'll leave me short, won't it? Absolute con. You've won lottery tickets. No, I haven't. I hadn't won lottery tickets at all. You've got to be careful. They're very, very persuasive. And they talk to you like they're chatting you up, like a man's chatting a woman up. And he wasn't listening to what I was saying. So I've got to cancel that. So if no one is still listening to me, they're not doing anything to help me. They're not listening. They just want things their way. And it's having a detrimental effect on my mental health. It's putting me in a place where I don't want to be at times. At the moment, everything's okay at the moment, because I feel isolated in this flat. The way it was before, when I felt intimidated and frightened to go out of my home, I felt isolated and I wasn't going out and I wasn't doing anything, and I made myself go out yesterday. I made myself. Even though I feel like I'm an outcast and whatever, because I don't join in with what they're doing, and I'm do you know what I mean? I made myself go out. I forced myself out. When do you know what I'm saying? So I went into a live stream last night, and it's all underhand and crooked and bent what's going on. I don't know what's involved. It could be drugs. Usually when things are bent and crooked, it's usually drugs involved or something like that, something underhand. I don't know what it is. But I wrote an email to the social services, and when I went into a live stream yesterday, and only I could know this, nobody else, people were coming into my live stream with things that I'd written in that email. They were coming, only me and the person I wrote that email to would have known what I've written, and they were coming in to that live stream with things I'd written in a personal, private email to somebody in social services. Right? Now that is what gang stalkers do. They make you feel paranoid. They make it so I have to tape the live stream and screenshot what they're doing to prove that I'm not making this up, and then give it to the police. So who is that Holly Story in social services? Who is she? Is that a real email, or is it one of these? Because they can steal government titles. Only need someone. I don't know, with these, you know how you can get a logo off the internet and then make it look real. I can't explain it, but it's someone with computer technology that can cut and paste things and even print fake letters, laser print fake bills. And anyone like me would be fooled by it, because these con artists, right, these fraudsters are very clever. I mean, you know that these people can forge money. So they can forge bills and debt letters, and they can do all sorts of things, these fraudsters, right? And I think that's what's happening to me. Only needs a fraudster to know the police as well, to know the police, to have friends in the police force. And the police turn a bloody blind eye to it, and I think that's what's going on as well. Hence all these policemen that come out to me and do fuck all. They don't do anything. And now the housing have reported what's been going on. So that's what it needs to happen as well. So other people see it and they report it as well, and then they can't keep fobbing me off. Do you know what I mean? But it's all underhand, bent and crooked. It's been going on for years. And I do think it involves other countries as well, the USA, because that's been going on for years as well. Somebody involved with the United States of America. And that's going back to 2008 in Gloucestershire as well. That is the USA involvement in what happened to me up in Gloucestershire. The USA was involved as well. So there's a bloody big conspiracy, basically. And they don't want it to come out, so they keep trying to fob me off with fake letters, fake police. And I'm not stupid. I wasn't born yesterday. I know what's real and what fucking isn't. All I want is to move into a home where I feel safe in and I'm not bothered with, just left alone. That's it. They're making it worse for themselves, because the longer they keep me in here with all this harassment and all this shit going on, the more I'm going to fight to get out and to get other people involved. If they just move me into a place and just left me be, then there wouldn't be all this hassle for them. But they won't do that, will they? They're making it worse for themselves. By just doing nothing, I'm just going to keep on and keep on and keep on until somebody listens. Because this is not acceptable. Leaving someone with severe anxiety and depression alone for 3 months when they've asked for mental health support is not on. And they're just hoping, because they're just sick in the head, they're hoping that I'll be one of these people that give up hope. And bye-bye, Crystal. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not like that, because when I was a child, I never gave up hope. When I went to the school for help, I went to my job for help. I went everywhere for help and never got any. I did not do that, did I? Did I? So, before I went out last night, I went into live stream. They were repeating things I'd written in a personal email in the live stream. So how did they get hold of that sensitive information? How did they get hold of it? There was a person in there that was ordering me about, saying to me, stand up, how tall are you, why haven't you got a wedding ring on your finger, blah de blah de blah de blah. I said I was married once, I had a ring on my finger, they got taken, all my worldly goods got taken about 4 times. Up in Gloucestershire, I was left homeless. I did have wedding rings. I believe drug addicts stole them. Junkies. And they were junkies up there. I was housed in a block of flats and I was treated like shit. I was bullied. I was terrified of going outside. And the residents hurt my children. They hurt my kids. This is crooked, this is bent, this is just not on. And they, shouldn't have done it. If you don't want things, if you do things that are against the law, eventually you're gonna get found out and put where you should be, in prison. Not my problem, you shouldn't have done it. So don't put the frighteners and the screws on me. It's your fault, not mine. And karma has a funny way of coming out. I just sit in my flat day after day praying to God that I get justice for what happened to me nearly 20 years ago. And they're trying to get me put away to hide what they've done, and it's backfiring on them. All of them. Because they thought I was weak, and in fact I'm strong. When someone can lie on oath on a Bible, well, that's against God. That's against Jesus. That's against God. So when they go into a court and they lie on the Holy Bible, they have committed a crime against God. And yeah, now their life might be pretty damn good. They might have a decent job. They might have a house. They might be having a wonderful life. But no, inside their conscience, it'll always be there what they did. Now, I've not got a guilty conscience because I didn't do anything wrong. I did everything right, and I was nearly killed, right? So the person that did what they did to me and what they did is eating up away in them every day of their life. All of them that were involved in it is wondering when it's going to come out and when they're going to get arrested and put in prison. But maybe they won't. But, when they go to the other side, they don't know what's there for them, do they? Absolutely don't. Nobody does. So, some psychopaths don't have a conscience. Well, most of them don't. But it's not a nice life they're living. I'm living a better life than them because I ain't got a fucking guilty conscience. That's why. Child abusers, animal abusers they are. They took my whole life away from me, my whole normal life of taking my kids to school, of seeing my kids grow up. And they've took everything away from me, and they're still not bloody happy. What, you want to take the roof over my head and put me out in the fucking gutter, don't you? Well, it's not going to happen. It fucking ain't. I'm not that soft little pushover you thought I was. And that's your fault, not mine. So, all I want is to move out of this place. And while you keep leaving me with the same problems, the same troubles, it's not helping your situation, right? And I don't want a guard coming down to watch me, sending someone down so I can't do my videos, I can't go out, and I can't do anything. I have to sit in the flat keeping my mouth shut. I don't want a guard. I want to move. Now you've heard it from the horse's mouth, right? I don't want someone coming down bullying me. Bullying me, so I've got to sit still and shut up and do nothing. I want to move into my own place and be looked up, you know. Do you know what I'm saying? I know your tactics, and I'm speaking to they know who they are. I know your tactics. I don't want someone coming down to me and sitting with me and fucking babysitting me. I'm a bloody adult. I want to live my own life. I want to live in my own accommodation, and I want to be left alone and left to live in peace. I am sick and tired of the bullying, the sexual bullying. I'm nearly 60. I don't want men. Thank you very much. I'm happy on my own with my pets. You've taken everything I've had, and now you're still not satisfied. I could say piss off, but you won't. Because you're a coward, whoever you are. You're a fucking coward. You're a fucking liar. You've made me suffer for the past 20 years. Now fucking rack it in and you know, leave me alone. Because I have had enough of all of this bullshit. This harassment, this bullying, this stalking because you're frightened I'm going to speak to someone. They know already. They all do. All the people you are getting to harass me know what's happened. They know. They all do. I wouldn't be surprised if the newspapers knew and the police knew and the fucking, even, you know, people like MPs know what they've done. Just cover up. It's a massive cover up. Now just please listen to me, because I'm never going to give in, you know. I'm never going to give in. I'm never going to get so depressed I give in. Do you understand me? Good. And nowadays, when people have got mental health problems, they're being turned away from getting mental health care. Oh, it's not severe enough. Oh, it's not that. And they're leaving people on their own with severe mental health issues, yeah? All this country is interested in is greed and making money. Great Britain's people need help. But Great Britain is helping other people. They're helping other people coming into this country. They're getting the houses. They're getting the jobs. British people, like myself, I was born in Britain, raised in Britain, right? I can't get any help of any kind. I can't get any help of any kind. And I can get help myself. I'm quite capable of saying I need some help. Right? I don't need other people to do it for me, but I can't get any help. And I've lived in this country since 1968. I can't get any help. The cost of living is going up. The food is extortionate. I mean, a jar of coffee, nearly £10 for a jar of fucking coffee. What the bejesus name is going on? What's going on? £10 for one item of food. They're putting bloody security tags on meat. Meat. You know, joints of meat. We're going back to medieval Britain, right? Everybody's going to be walking around all dirty, not able to pay their electricity and gas bills, and starving because they can't afford to buy food. Food! It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. This started with Boris Johnson. I'm sorry, but it did. It started with Boris Johnson and COVID. That's where all this crap started. And he was out having partying. Well, we were told to isolate through COVID, and he was partying, wasn't he? He was in the newspapers the other day, boozing, drinking alcohol. Would you believe it, guys? Would you believe it? There is a man outside on a Saturday morning. There's a man outside dressed in yellow fluorescent gear, outside making a load of noise underneath my balcony. There's a guy in yellow fluorescent gear underneath my balcony making a load of noise with like a trolley. I thought my cat was on the balcony for a minute, and then I thought, oh no, he's sat in here. It's a bloke making a load of noise underneath my balcony. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. On this day in 1903, the first ever Tour de France came to an end. It ran for 6 stages, and was won by Boris Johnson, who pumped his winnings into buying a petrol station.
Alexa, what's the time, please?
Good morning, Crystal. It's 8:21 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Saturday the 19th of July.
Alexa, what's the weather outlook?
Right now in Rochester, it's 18 degrees Celsius with cloudy skies. Today's forecast has thunderstorms, with a high of 23 degrees and a low of 16 degrees. Also, there's an amber warning for thunderstorms in effect until Saturday 19th of July, 11 a.m.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
Why did Cinderella get kicked off the football team? She kept running away from the ball.
Alexa, which celebrity was born on this day?
Celebrities born on the 19th of July include John Jones, Benedict Cumberbatch, Brian May, Lizzie Borden, and David Lammy.
Right, guys, I will continue to do my videos while I can still afford to pay my internet. If my landlord messes around with the rent, I'm going to pay the rent totally outright this month. And I'm going to make a note of how much I've paid. And then I'm going to pay it weekly. And if they do mess me about and try to get more money out of me than I can afford, I will write to the benefits people and tell them that they need to pay the rent directly to the landlord, because I'm being conned left, right and centre out of my own money. So that's what I will be doing. If the landlord keeps coming up with when I've paid the rent and then they're saying I need to pay more, we will get the benefits people to pay my rent, and that will stop that problem. My mum has been conned out of money. My mother has been conned out of her money, and she cannot go outside because she has arthritis, and someone's taking money out of my mum's bank account. And they're taking advantage of people that are disabled and elderly, which is disgusting. Yeah, I appreciate times are tough for you, you little thief. Whoever's thieving off me and my mum, I appreciate that times are hard, but you are stealing off an old lady that's on a pension, and you're stealing off me and I'm on benefits, right? I could certainly understand it if you were stealing off the rich, But we're poor. So, sitting there, doing nothing, not helping me, is not helping you. See you later.